about a week since I purchased my Sony Mark Vs, and coming from an old pair of JBL wired headphones, the difference in both the audio quality as well as the comfort is night and day, and the comfort part is very important. Now, Sony has been leading the market when it comes to noise cancelling headphones for years. It all started with the Mark IIIs, then they moved on to the next iteration, the Mark IVs, and then finally we've got the new kids on the block, the Mark Vs. And in my opinion, these headphones are perfect in nearly every way, except when it comes to the design, because in my opinion, it falls flat, especially when you compare it to the Mark IVs. So the style of packaging has changed compared to the Mark IVs, as Sony is going for a more environmentally friendly vibe. So we've got recycled paper that's enclosing the unit. So opening it up, you're greeted with the case, which you can use to store the Sony headphones, which feel very premium. They got a soft vegan leather to it. Next we have an aux cable and a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Now all of these cables are kept together with a very nice magnetic hatch, which is a nice touch, especially when you compare it to how the Mark IVs used to handle their storage of their cables. Now the case itself feels very nice. It's sort of premium materials and it sort of emulates like a backpack design. You got the sharp angles. I mean, all you're really missing is the shoulder straps. But in my opinion, this is where Sony went wrong, because if you were to compare this case to the Mark IVs, you notice it's more bulkier. And that is something you do have to keep in mind, considering that these are travel headphones. You're not going to just leave them around the house. You want to take them with you when they travel. And something bulky like this just adds unnecessary burden to you. These headphones still come in their usual black and white color. And while I am particularly fancying the black color, it does make me wonder what the silver creamy white color would actually look like. Now, when it comes to design, it's been completely overhauled compared to the Mark IVs. And in my opinion, they've sort of emulated the AirPod Max, especially when it comes to the rotating ear cuffs and the lack of foldability. But yeah, basically that's it. The only moving parts on these headphones are the ear cuffs, which you can use to rotate sideways, and then just the sliding apparatus here just to adjust it to the size of your head. And that's about it, and that's where it really falls, where it fails compared to the Mark IVs, because the Mark IVs you could just fold away, tuck away somewhere, because they were just so, travel centric. But yeah, that's the only negatives when it comes to these headphones. Aside from the design, these headphones are absolutely fantastic. The headphones themselves are quite light, and their ear cups are much wider when it comes to the Mark IVs, which makes it more comfortable to wear, especially when it goes on for long periods of time. Now the input-output controls on these headphones it's very minimalistic. So we do have the standard power. We've got the power button, which you can also use to check the battery, how much battery you have left, and then you got the noise cancellation, ambient, transparency button. But we'll talk more of noise cancellation later in the video. Now on the right side of the headphones, we have a touch-sensitive control panel, which we can use to manipulate how we use the headphones, especially when it comes to listening to music. So when you double tap the headphones, you can either do that to play or pause your music. When you slide forward, you use it to move to the next track. Sliding backwards, you use to go to the previous track. Sliding up increases the volume, and sliding down decreases the volume. So let's talk about the reason why people buy these headphones, and that's the noise cancellation feature. Now, these headphones have been upgraded. They've got now 8 microphone slots compared to the 4 microphone slots. We've got 8 per cup, and a new processor, which results in more powerful noise cancellation. Now, honestly, when I first tried these headphones, they were quite uncomfortable. I had just tried the Mark IVs, and the Mark IVs, they were very nice in noise cancellation, and as soon as I put these on, it felt like when you take off in an airplane, you sort of have to equalize your ears to get rid of the pressure. You do the... And yeah, that's what it was for the first 3 days. But afterwards I got used to it, and I must say the noise cancellation on these headphones are superb. And just with a simple click of the transparency button, I can join back the real world. But the noise cancellation is so useful, especially when it comes to just people talking, or you need to have some peace and quiet to do your work. You will absolutely enjoy it. presents a good opportunity to test those microphones that I was just talking about. Tell me what you guys think of them in the comments down below. In my opinion, the microphones sound, well, in my opinion, the microphones sound good. But this also gives me an opportunity to see how these headphones sit on the head. So if I shake my head forward, there's a bit of play, there's a bit of give. It goes a bit forward, but that's to be expected. Of course, side to side, you don't see anything. But I must say, these headphones are the most comfortable headphones I've ever put on, because these are my first pair of noise cancelling headphones. And I must just say, I'm really happy with my purchase. Anyway, back to Makeshift Studio. Now, another feature these headphones have is speak to chat, which is not a particularly new feature, but it is useful. I can understand the usefulness of it. You know, you'll be able to pause your content that's playing on your device and speak to anyone who you're talking to. But personally, I decided to disable this in the Sony headphones app because I found it a bit of a hassle. You know, sometimes it would activate the noise cancellation while I'm still in conversation, and there's a lot of customizability. You can do it, you can set it for longer, so that is a longer waiting period before it clicks in that noise cancellation. But honestly, I'd rather just turn on the transparency mode and just double tap to pause my music or whatever I'm listening to, or I'd rather just take the headphones down and put them on my shoulders. When it comes to listening to music, these headphones are simply amazing, especially thanks to those carbon fiber drivers. Now, I have these headphones paired with my iPhone, and I did have the choice, the option of going for the AirPods Max. But if I was in that situation again when I did not have these headphones and I had to choose between the AirPods Max and these ones, I would choose these ones every single day of the week, especially when it comes to the price. So let's actually talk about that quickly. So these headphones retail for $400, or $399, and the Mark IVs retail for $350. But right now, there's actually, I think there's an Amazon Choice special going on right now where these headphones, you can get them for $350. And then I believe the Mark IVs are going for $280 on Amazon. So if you guys are in the market, I will post some links below. They're not Amazon affiliate links. I'll post some links so you guys can check it out and order some for Christmas, because that is literally right around the corner. And just for curiosity, if you guys are curious, the AirPod Max are going for $550. So these things do make a very good choice. Now, the battery life of these headphones are simply amazing. We've got 30 hours of usage, and that's the exact same rating as the Mark IVs. And I know there have been rumors circulating when Sony was set to debut these headphones that they were going to increase the amount of hours of usage. Sadly not, we still got 30 hours, but what Sony has done is they've allowed us to have, for just 3 minutes of charging, you can get 3 hours of usage, which is very useful for someone who wants a quick charge and go on the go. So long story short, these headphones are simply amazing. They're extremely comfortable, the noise cancellation is superb, the audio quality is fantastic. I've never experienced this type of quality before, and they're overall just very premium. And I would recommend it for anyone who wants these headphones, especially with the special that I saw on Amazon. $350 is a steal, because that's how much the Mark IVs are going for with normal retail price. But like I said, don't discount the Mark IVs. The Mark IVs are also amazing. In fact, they're nearly just as good as these headphones. And in one way, when it comes to design, they even beat these headphones because they're less clutter. Speaking of the Mark IVs, you may have noticed a few shots in this video where I showed like the unpacking and the comparison of the Mark IVs, but I'm not showing them now. I'm not wearing them. I'm not comparing them. It's because I actually don't have the Mark IVs anymore. They're actually on their way to Australia to a nice young man. His name is James. So James, when you get your Mark IVs, you only get it on Christmas Day. And hopefully you only see this video on Christmas Day, because then it kind of spoils. Have Merry Christmas, young man. I hope you enjoy your Mark IVs. If your granddad says he chose them, no, I chose them. That was my recommendation, and I know you're gonna love them. But anyway, so I just wanted to say that. Merry Christmas, James. Yeah, these headphones are simply amazing. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Please, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to my channel for more of my content. And I shall be seeing you guys next week. talking about a Mac video or something like that. Until next time, see ya.